Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. And so this is what we're doing. The, the second informational exposition. It's hot in here, y'all. In more ways than one. This will all be explained to you. How you doing? I appreciate everybody being here. We appreciate you being here. And thank you very much. Hello, hello, hello. How was that show? So, I'm really, really glad you all are here. It's great to see everybody here. All right. Started off different. So, if you didn't know, this is the informational exposition. This is the State of the Village address. Look at that. I appreciate that. Why these masks? Why the Carnival and El Portal? Why do we have these? What is this all about, Mayor Omar? What was the purpose of this? I like this one to kind of match my shirt, Doc. But why did I do this? What is this all about? Is it just to have fun? We're having some fun right now, you see that. But it's not just to have fun, even though I'm the joker at this particular moment, the gesture. Appreciate that, my brother. But what this is about is unmasking what El Portal is. What this is about is unmasking who Mayor Omar is. See, because you all might know, how you doing, Doc? You all might know Mayor Omar as the guy that's always smiling, and he's the mayor of El Portal. And I see him walking around, putting flyer packets on my door. But what this is all about is who Mayor Omar is someone that you guys can now meet because I've unmasked myself. See, Mayor Omar. I was born in Miami, right? My mom is Native American. My dad is African American. So question number one, why does Mayor Omar always have two braids? Because see, this is the thing. When you go to Russia, you expect to see Russians because you're in Russia. When you go to China, you expect to see Chinese people because you're in China. I mean, how weird would it be if you said, I just went on a trip and I went to Japan, and man, when I got there, I went to the mall, I went to the movies, I went all over, and I didn't see any Japanese people. They'd be like, you went to Japan and you didn't see any Japanese people? That's insane. But see, you can go to, shout out to Aventura, you can go to Aventura Mall, you can go to Dolphin Mall, you can go to the movies, you can go up the street to the restaurant, and there's a large chance you will not see any Native Americans. How is that so when this is their country? Makes no sense. So when you see us Native Americans, what we do is you'll see a lot of times, traditionally, we have two braids. And thousands of years ago, that meant something different. But now it means, hey, you're one of us. Now when we see each other, we recognize each other, we know each other, we're still around. They didn't get rid of all of us. And that's why you see Mayor Omar, and Mayor Omar doesn't have all different types of braids. There's nothing wrong with braids. You know, I can braid myself. I do my own hair, you know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with that. But the reason why I'm always with just two braids is for a particular reason. And my mom always told me, she said, you know what, Mayor? She said, no, Omar. My mom always told me, she said, you know what, Omar? Now she said, you know what, Mayor. But my mom always told me, she said, you know what, Omar? She said, you're in like a weird place because, you know, half of you is the only group of people who are brought to this land against their will, African-American side, and the other half of you is the only group of people who this land would originally belong to, who it doesn't belong to anymore. And she said, that's what makes you who you are. All right? I love y'all now. we have some individuals. So for your State of the Village address, so usually when you have a state of, this is how it goes, right? So per charter, we always have to have a state of. And the state of is like the state of, like, how are you doing? What is the state of, right? How are you feeling? What is the state of? So the state of the village. So when you're in an executive position, when it comes to politics, so you have the little class here we go. You have the legislative position. Those are like your congressmen, your representatives, your senators, and things like that. Then you have your executive position. Those are your president, your governors, your mayors. Okay? So the president does the State of the Union address. The governor does the State of the State address. And your mayors do a state of the county, like Mayor Levine Cava does, or you do a state of like the village, state of the city, state of municipality. Okay? So that's why we have to do this per charter once a year, every year. And we kind of talk about what we did in that year. Now, when you look at the president and the president does a State of the Union address, he stands at the podium, and it's in the middle of the room, and he's standing there, he has the mic on it, right? And you know, well, the State of the Union is strong, people. And we're going to, I said, you know what, this is El Fertile. We're gonna start off with a fire show. We start off with a fire show. We're gonna start off with a fire show and do it like that. And then we're going to talk about how we're doing. But see, what you usually see in these State of the addresses is you usually see that person up there talking the whole time by themselves. How you doing, Madam President? Right? How you doing, other Madam President? Women's Club President, the greater Miami Shores Chamber of Commerce president. Got presidents all over the place, you guys. But I said, you know what? I said, instead of me standing here and doing a state of and just saying things, I said, what I'm going to do, how you doing, Madam Chairperson? How you doing? I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow the ideas, because what the state of is, it's like, okay, what are we going to do going forward? What are our new initiatives? What are our new ideas? Oh, in the next year, I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to focus on this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. I said, why don't I have people that are much smarter than me? See, why don't I have individuals for what the initiatives are that I want to do? Why don't I have individuals that are experts at this and have great ideas that I want to bring it to the fray? Why don't I have these individuals speak for me? See, right? See how that goes? All right, that's what we're going to do, you guys. All right, just so you guys know, because I unmasked myself. So I went to the University of Miami. You see that? You see how that goes? You see how that was perfect timing? You see that? You see that pause in between there? Y'all have no idea how much. Let me tell you something. Clerk Jacoby, where's Clerk Jacoby? Clerk Jacoby. Look, you see that? You see how she's walking around? Y'all don't notice how she has everything timed out for me. Y'all don't understand the practice that we put into this, you see. And she has everything starting at the perfect time. And her and I, let me tell you, her and I were here last night. We were about 2 in the morning, and we were putting everything together and just timing everything out so that everything would be perfect. So shout out to Clerk Jacoby. She's wonderful. Always in the background moving, but always making things happen on a timely manner. All right, so I went to the University of Miami, you guys, when I was 15, going on 16 years old. I was a nerd, Madam President. Executive Director, I was a nerd. Vice President, I was a nerd. All right, so I went to the University of Miami when I was 15, going on 16 years old. After that, I went to the University of Cairo in Egypt. So I got my first master's degree. My first master's degree is in world history and geographical studies. Then I went to the University of Damascus in Syria and got my second master's degree. That's in international political science and economic development. All right. Then I stayed there. And I went to Syria, and while I was in Syria, I started working on my PhD, finished that up in China, University of Beijing. And my PhD is in international affairs, international relations. Okay? And so when we're talking about just the world and the way the world works and the way the world is shaped, we're talking about connecting globally, are we not? And my first initiative, see how this is a transition. My first initiative is connecting the county, north, south, east, and west, so that everybody doesn't look at it like, well, This is just us. This is my city. This is my, this is my municipality. And I don't really worry about what goes on over there next door or what goes on down south or what goes on up north. So connecting the county is my first initiative, okay? Mr. Mayor from Miami Gardens, would you please come up? The mayor of Miami Gardens, you all, as we connect the county, the first individual that will be saying a few words for us. This is amazing, and she's absolutely amazing. Look at this. This is wonderful. I'm telling you, this is the first time in history any state of the address has ever been like this. State of the village, state of the union, everything. Let me just say really quickly, Mr. Mayor.
Pleasure.
Miami Gardens. And I've said this before, so you know what I'm going to say. I've told him this before. More unmasking. So being born in Miami, okay? Let's walk over here a little bit. Being born in Miami, growing up in Miami, there were not, can we talk frankly? We're family, right? Can we talk truthfully here? Okay. Being born in Miami, there were not ever a lot of locations that as a black man, I could be like, oh, I'm proud of that neighborhood. I love Overtown. I love Liberty City. I love Opa-locka. But it's not like Kendall or Doral. It's not. I don't care who gets upset. It's not. Miami Gardens. I don't know if you've been there lately. Miami Gardens is full of nothing but class and the stuff they're building and developing. And Miami Gardens, let me tell you, when I'm in like South Carolina and places like that, and I'm traveling and doing things and doing my little lectures and speaking and stuff like that. And back in the days, people used to be like, I used to see black couples and they'd be like, man, you from Miami? Maybe I should move to Miami. I'd be like, don't move to Miami. That was back in the day. I'd be like, don't move to Miami. But now I say, you should move to Miami and you should move to Miami Gardens, And what you guys have done there, I appreciate it, my brother, and thank you very much. Tell us what's going on.
Thank you, Omar. Thank you so much. Your kind words, I will take back to the city up north a little bit and let people know how you feel about the city of Miami Gardens. I have with me Fortuna Smuckler, commissioner from the city of North Miami Beach. And as Omar said, and I'm going to call him Mayor Nickerson. I'm not going to do that at his State of the City address. I'm going to call him Mayor Nickerson. We have the fortune of being on the executive board of Miami-Dade County League of Cities. I'm the president of the Miami-Dade County League of Cities. Mayor Nickerson is my second vice president, and Commissioner Smuckler, we've just inducted her as our treasurer. So we represent the entire 34 municipalities in the city or in Miami-Dade County. And what Omar has done, he has a tendency to bring people together, just like he stated. Now, I'm not a fire breather like that young lady was out there. But the great partnership that we have built since we've been in the league together has been strong, and it continues to be strong, and we're trying to move this county in a direction in which everyone who's a resident of this county will be proud of. So I take my hat off to him for what he's done in the city of El Portal. Although they may consider it a small city, it's big in our hearts. And we appreciate everything that him, the council, and all the staff of the city of El Portal do. We appreciate the fact that he's reached out to the surrounding areas, and we're going to do some things in this community that's going to make you guys really, really proud. So I thank you for this opportunity to speak and to talk about the greatness that you've done and you continue to do. And we look forward to working with you. And if there's anything that the city of Miami Gardens can do for the city of El Portal or any city in Miami-Dade County, please let us know, because we are all in this together. We've unmasked ourselves as well, Miami Gardens is now thriving. It's one of the fastest growing cities in Miami-Dade County, if not the country and if not the world. You know, we're the home of the Miami Dolphins. We're the home of Formula One. We're the home of the Miami Tennis Open. We're the home of the Miami Hurricanes. And in 2026, we will be FIFA World Cup home. And in 2027, I believe we're having another Super Bowl there in the city. So we become a sports capital of not just Florida, but of the world. We have every major sporting event takes place in Miami Gardens, also with concerts and things of that nature. And we want to have people understand that when everyone comes to Miami Gardens for events, it trickles down to cities like El Portal and cities like North Miami Beach, because those events that take place in our city becomes regional events, and everyone benefits from them. Whether it's Miami Lakes, or whether it's Medley or City of Miami, everybody benefits from the events that take place in Miami Gardens. So again, on behalf of the Miami-Dade County League of Cities, as its president, we salute you on your State of the City, and we appreciate you as one of the executive board members. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And we're not even going to focus on we're not even going to focus on Miami Gardens, you all. Like El Portal, Miami Gardens just did recently a general bond. Their residents passed a bond. We'll talk about bonds on our side later. Their residents passed a bond. Was it 1.6 billion?
No, it was $60 million.
$60 million.
And what we did was we renovated the 18 parks that we had in our city. We renovated all 18 parks, plus we did some upgrades to our police department. I think we have one of the first real-time crime centers in Dade County, along with we built a senior center in which you guys came to Thursday night. And that houses our senior events. And it's just incredible what's going on in the city of Miami Gardens. We're building out 35 acres, which is going to be a couple of hotels. We're going to have the world's first Formula One museum there. So Miami Gardens is going to change to a destination city. And we want everyone around to be a part of it. The slogan that we have in the city is called, "It's where you want to be." So come be a part of Miami Gardens, but in being a part of Miami Gardens, you also be a part of all the communities in Miami-Dade County. So we thank you guys for all the work that you do here in the city of El Portal, and we appreciate you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. What is happening in North Miami Beach? Really quickly, tell us your initiatives. Okay. What's going on? What's the exciting stuff going on?
I just want to say that I had to be somewhere today, but who can say no to that beautiful smile? Like, seriously. And I also want you to know, I got a phone call recently from, I'm not going to mention about what city, but I got a phone call asking if I knew anyone from that city because they needed some help, and I'm like, nope. That city doesn't do anything. They don't participate. They don't go to anything. I want you to know that your mayor is everywhere. And that is so good for your city. It is amazing to have a mayor that cares, a mayor that is everywhere, and a mayor that I have seen who does so much for your city. So you need to give him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you
very much.
And North Miami Beach has had a little bit of ups and downs lately, but we are looking forward to just settling and getting everything done. And we're going to be, one day we'll grow, when we grow up, we're going to be Miami Gardens.
There you go. It's all good. We love you guys. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, man. Love you, baby. Thank you, sis. Love you very much. I appreciate you. Love you very much. Thank you guys very much. How's everybody doing? All right, so listen up. Now, you know Councilperson Garcia. You know yourself and Commissioner Stern You know you all need to make your way up here. We have Miami Lakes in the house, you guys. We have Aventura. Aventura's in the house, you all. We also have, you might as well come on up, Melanie. Melanie, come on up. We have Mayor Levine Cava's office here today. She's here. Mayor Levine Cava's office is here today. Oh, President, Mr. President Cooper. I see you, Richard. Don't try to hide back there. There's a president of all the League of Cities. He's back there doing his thing. Good to see you all. I know that County Commissioner Hardiman's office is here today. Come on up, Ms. Augustine. Come on up now. Look. This is my friend right here. Come on up, Ms. Augustine. So we were going back and forth, and I'm talking about we got into a little argument because she was like, what tent we using, what table we gonna use outside. I was like, y'all pulling in, pulling out, what are we doing outside? County Commissioner Hardiman. So listen up, you all. From Commissioner Stern.
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Stern went to Washington, D.C., has been fighting for so long for something so personal. And what is that you've been fighting for? And what is that council person, Frederica Wilson, been helping you with?
Wasn't expecting that, but okay. Well, I wasn't prepared to say that, but obviously Omar is putting me on the spot. So I have stage 4 colon cancer, but I'm doing great, and I'm sorry. Why did you do this? This was not part of. He didn't tell me to prepare for that. But anyway, very simply, I'm doing great. I'm taking that, using my position as a commissioner and trying to get the word out, because obviously in this position, you can reach a lot of people. So I've had the privilege being commissioner for 10 years, forming incredible relationships, and Congressman Frederica Wilson has been such an incredible ally of mine. She is taking me under her wing and giving me a chance to speak in front of Congress at Washington. And I believe I'm making a difference, and there's a lot more to go. But so that's that. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about you. So this gentleman, we all know as commissioners what we do each day. But I really believe that we're also brand ambassadors. We represent our cities. And Omar said it very well. Connecting other cities is so important, because when you drive to El Portal, you're driving through Miami Shores, you're driving through Biscayne Lake, you're driving through other cities. And knowing your sister cities and knowing the businesses, we all have to work together. We can't be alone. And I cannot tell you one meeting that this gentleman has missed in Aventura. He goes to everything. And I've been in Aventura most of my life, and I have never seen any other public official do what this gentleman does. We all know he lights up a room, he's constantly smiling, but this gentleman is building bridges with businesses, elected officials, and I'll be very honest with you, I really didn't know anything about El Portal. If it wasn't for me meeting Omar, I really wouldn't know where it is. So he's put El Portal on the map, and look at this room. Can you lower the music? Can you lower the music a little bit? I'm sorry. This gentleman is doing above and beyond what any other elected official I've ever seen. And if you are a resident of El Portal, I don't know how many residents are here besides elected officials, you are extremely lucky to have this gentleman represent you. He's just an unbelievable individual, and I want to thank you for coming to Aventura and building the relationships. And obviously, you now have a circle of influence that you probably, I know you have a lot of relationships, but with Aventura, you know what you have over there. And I'm so honored to have met you, and I thank you so much for allowing me to be here. And do you want me to say anything else about it? I know this is El Portal, but anything about Aventura? Or
Yes, please.
A couple of quick things that I think will be important to people who go to Aventura. We know the mall, but we're about 6 or 7 months away from the Brightline Bridge. That bridge is going to be a game changer. When you go off the Brightline right now, unfortunately, it's very difficult because it leads you off on unincorporated Dade on the west side of the tracks. Of course, when you get off the Brightline, you want to go over that bridge. It's going to go end up in the mall. Unfortunately, they decided to open up Brightline without the bridge for whatever reason. So we're about 6 or 7 months away, but I believe when that bridge opens, the Aventura Mall is going to get a lot more traffic. We're also working on something very unique. In a lot of the affordable housing debate going on in South Florida, we have something called hero housing. We are going to, we're working with developers, especially new developers, and we're negotiating a percentage of units that we're going to dedicate to specifically teachers and police officers. We all know how difficult it is to recruit good teachers and good police officers, and Aventura is very expensive to live. So we feel very, very confident that the allocation of these units are going to allow us to recruit the best talent and have them live in Aventura, because when you are looking for a job, you want to live in a city you can't afford, you're not going to necessarily apply for a job. So we are very excited about that. Other than that, there's a lot of things in Aventura, but I don't want to take up all your time. This is El Portal. Unless you have any questions specifically, I'll hand the mic to the next person.
Well, I just want to say before you hand it over to the one and only Ray Garcia, I just want to say that it's been such an honor for me to do all the work with Aventura I've been doing, and with the Aventura. I mean, I'm going to see you tomorrow anyway. Tomorrow, I mean, if you don't go to President Adler's event tomorrow afternoon, she's going to kill all of us. So we have the performance. Elaine, yeah.
Young Star Showcase.
Yeah, the Young Star Showcase. Yeah. So tomorrow afternoon, I think it's at 4:30. We got to check in. Our tickets are like the will call, right? So okay. So for everything that we've been doing at Aventura when it comes to the Aventura Marketing Council, the Aventura Chamber of Commerce, it's just beyond. It's far and beyond. And Aventura is just a place where it's so welcoming. And everything that it goes through as far as like the success and the new ideas and the innovations is mind-blowing. And so I'm so proud to be an adopted son of Aventura. So
yeah, we're very fortunate. We have a really cohesive commission. It's very unique in politics. And it makes it so much more enjoyable. And you've seen that. Yes, so yes.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Commissioner. I appreciate it. Miami Lakes. Mr. Garcia, how you doing? I love you, my brother.
Mayor, how are you?
It's all good. And so I know that a lot of times, and for all of you here, and for him growing up, people always mistaked his brother for him. People always looked at Rene Garcia and said, "Are you Ray Garcia?" But no, this is the real one in the flesh. Yep. This is Ray Garcia, who looks familiar to you all because his brother is Rene Garcia.
Well, brother from another mother, actually.
Yes, brother from another mother. But I appreciate you. What's going on in Miami Lakes? How's everything going? What's your initiatives, man, moving forward in the
Well, first of all, Mayor, thank you for inviting me. This is an amazing event. First thing I want to say, we have a lot. You talk about history, and history is something that the residents of El Portal have so much of. I know you're aware that the Tequesta Indians were here before the pyramids were built. And we also have in Miami Lakes a hammock from the same group of Native Americans that we're very proud of. Miami-Dade County, we are just renting our time in history. And the fact that your mother was Native American and your African American heritage, tells us that we are just, again, we're here for the short term, and we need to make sure that everything we do as public officials is for the residents of our towns. Working together, I think, is the best way to do that. Just sharing best practices, sharing our mistakes, sharing our successes is the key. Our town's not 85 years old. Our town was incorporated in December of 2000. It's only 23 years old. But I want to give you a gift. It was given to me by the head of our public safety committee. And her husband was a police officer. our town, what we can be proud of Miami Lakes is we have committees for everything. We have elderly affairs, we have veterans affairs, and if it wasn't for we're a small town, so we couldn't do the things we didn't do without our volunteers. And she gave me two coins that have the symbol of our 20th anniversary, which was a couple years ago, from the Public Safety Committee. And I want to give you these coins. It's not much, but it just reflects the partnership that we have. We need to learn. Miami Lakes is a young town, and we're learning from towns like yourselves, from villages like yourself that have been here for 85 years. And although you may be smaller, you have a wealth of knowledge that you're sharing with us. So, Mayor, I want to thank you, and this is for you. I know it's not much, but please, this is for you from the town of Miami Lakes.
Wonderful and amazing. I appreciate it, you all.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do, we're going to take these and we're going to commemorate. We're going to commemorate. We're going to frame these and make it part of El Portal history and put it in, our future building, Madam Manager, out there, because there's other stuff we're working on as far as, right, Doc, as far as a location for El Portal's history and things like that. So, but I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you, and I want to thank the residents of El Portal as well. And everybody's invited to Miami Lakes. You have a home there, and anytime you want to come by, mi casa, su casa.
I love you, my brother. Mi casa, su casa. It's all good. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Love you, man.
I'm sorry, there's something I want to announce. I forgot. I had it on my notes. Very, very excited. We are actually going to be launching a PAL, a Police Athletic League. It's called Intercoastal PAL between Sunny Isles Beach and Aventura. It's going to be not a traditional PAL. We're going to do things a little bit differently. I just wanted to plant the seed because in a month from now, we'll be able to give you more information, but this is the first time I'm able to talk about it because we just filed yesterday. So I just wanted to say, look out for the new iPal, Sunny Isles Beach and Aventura. So thanks.
Thank you very, 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 very much. We're going to turn it over right now to Commissioner Hardiman's office. Before we do that, you're about to talk right now. No, you're going to talk right now. But right, wasn't that perfect timing? Maybe we should do that because I was going to say, Commissioner Stern, I was going to say you almost got the mayor of Sunny Isles Beach in trouble because as soon as you said that, I said, wasn't she supposed to be here today? As soon as you said that, I said, what? And then she walked up, she snuck up here, walked up here. The Sunny Isles Beach, let's go to her. Let's go to her. So, yeah, Sunny Isles Beach, man. As soon as he said that, I said, you know what? That's right. She's supposed to be here too. I love you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, as soon as I saw Commissioner Stern, I'm like, I better get up there really fast because I'm going to be called out here. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Congratulations on this event. Thank you for inviting me. It didn't take as long as I thought. And what I see from your city so far is beautiful. This is amazing. I know this is like your premier event. And to add to what Commissioner Stern was saying, as far as the PAL program, we're very excited about that. We're excited about a lot of things in Sunny Isles Beach. We welcome you to come and visit us at any time. What we have going on, we have a lot of tall buildings, as you might know. We added $3 billion in real estate value vertically. But besides that, we have an amazing beaches. We have more beach access points than probably any other city in South Florida. And you're welcome to come and visit. We have lots of parking at Gateway Center and Heritage Park. And I hope that we can start doing some things together.
We're going to be doing things together. You all will start seeing that. So
thank you.
Sunny Isles Beach. Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. I know it was hard for you to get up. When I first told her, so we go to different events. And so we're always around you. We're always together. And she's like, I'm like, Mayor, you coming? And she's like, oh, man, I'll make it, Mayor. I'll make it. I appreciate you.
No, I have to support you, you know. Usually, the weekends I have 4 kids, so it's family time. I brought one of my kids and my husband, and my son is really excited about the bouncy houses. So thank you.
So thank you very much, Mayor, for coming. Yeah, so we do have, so there's so much going on. Like I said, it's the informational exposition. So there's so much going on. We do have in the back, there's a lot going on. We have food trucks out there. We have bounce houses out there. You hear the DJ playing out there. So we have all of that going on. So, no. We're going to go right now to County Commissioner Keon Hardiman's office. And so, Ms. Augustine, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. With all this, I know it's a little dark, but it's the aesthetic. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Rosny Augustine Jean Lewis. This is my colleague, Janine Jurley Kaur, aka Mummy Yannick. And you met the Mummy Yannick this morning. We represent County Commissioner Keon Hardeman. He is one of your county commissioner, your county commissioner representation by Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava. And it is an honor to be here today. Greetings to you residents. Greetings to our council members who are in the room as well. For all those that I cannot see, it is a privilege to be here this afternoon. I must tell you, the village of El Portal may be 2,000 plus residents, under 3,000, but you have a feisty group of leaders who represent you throughout Miami-Dade County. I must applaud. I am not repeating what everybody else, but the truth is the truth. From your head, your mayor, to your council members, they keep us involved. I tell the commissioner all the time, if they call, we are coming. They don't call me for barely anything, but when they do call, Commissioner, we have to come. And it is his honor to represent this village here. Guys, in the short period of time that we have been in District 3 at this level, El Portal continues to produce. I know the village is not that large width-wise or lengthwise, but with Skate Park, Skatebird Miami, with Cavista, and I know the village is soon going to tell you a few more things that are popping up. I don't want to take away your shine, Mayor, right?
They're going to find out.
They're going to find out
like
soon.
15 minutes.
There's going to be things that your village council members have passed that is going to bring new life, if anything, more visibility about El Portal to the rest of Miami-Dade County that we have not seen in a very long time. Pelican Harbor is here, and they might be just a little bit across the bridge, but I know El Portal is taking credit for everything because you guys are a bird sanctuary. So I look forward to that 2025 ribbon cutting that is coming here. Residents, it is a beautiful place to live. I applaud you guys. The rules may be a little tight where you got to keep your lawn this cut. You got to keep the lights on. You got to keep the house painted a certain way.
Code enforcement.
It may seem hard, but when you want your property value to be of equity, you have to keep that up. And you have leaders here who are making sure that you guys are, one, informed responsibly, but two, that you get the best for what you put in to your neighborhood. So we are very, very gracious to have Mayor and all the village members to do that.
I appreciate it. Tell the commissioner we said we appreciate it. We know Saturdays are very busy for you all.
Whew.
I know, from event to event to event to event.
We barely made it. That's why you met Mommy Yannick this morning. Okay, holding the fort. I can tell you just a few things that the commissioner has passed at the county level.
Yes.
His anti-poverty initiative continues to pour into our neighborhood. It's an opportunity for youth to get employed throughout Miami-Dade County, and at $15 an hour. So we're not talking about $8, but we're talking $15 an hour. And Miami-Dade County has that program, so we're excited about that. In addition, he just passed new legislation to expand the LGBTQ board. We know that community's letters are growing, and it hasn't been, taken in throughout Miami-Dade, but he's recently done that as well. A little further south, Block 55, we did the top off at that, so affordable housing is coming, and your mayor has affordable housing coming too. So we're excited. On North Miami Avenue, you guys know about the bridge. I did give your village council members an update. We know that we're slowly moving. There has been a lot of delays due to review by the Army Corps of Engineers. That is not us as Miami-Dade County. It's beyond us. It's at the federal level. That was a 2-year delay, but please know that our office is staying on top of it. I have to tell you, you see that we've moved from the west side now to the east side, that we're doing that. We have finally gotten the piles in that we needed to finally finish the structure, so they should be actively working on that. Woo, I know, trust me. I tell DTPW, please don't make this a forever project. We are exhausted, okay? So I know you guys are exhausted. So that should be done summer of 2024. If I can kick them harder to make it happen quicker than 24 or the summer of 24, I promise you we are doing that as well. We know there's concerns about lighting along Miami Avenue because there's a lot of opportunities or moments where it's really dark. Please please be mindful that it's not negligence. It's because fiber optics have been pulled. So every time they put it in, you see it works for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and somebody comes, pulls those wires, and goes to another side and sells it off to another person. So as soon as the mayor, manager Lou, I didn't say her name earlier today. Hi, manager. The mayor and the manager constantly keeps us involved. So when we do get those phone calls, immediately we make the calls to our DTPW department, Department of Public Works and Transportation, and they go out there and they go ahead and they reinstall. So as you get them, let your mayor know. Your mayor lets us know, let manager Lou know, and they let us know, and then we'll work on it as quickly as possible. And then if it happens again, we'll continue to get that fixed as well. I hope I did not miss anything.
You didn't miss anything.
I
We're
got
good.
it. I got
Thank you
it.
very much.
Thank you, Mayor. It's a pleasure to serve by your
side. Thank you very
side.
much, you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much to Commissioner Hardiman. We really appreciate it. All right. As we turn it over to Mayor Levine Cava's office, the one and only Melanie Burke. All right. So let me tell you something. And while we're doing this, I better have Commissioner Matt Kennedy. I better have Biscayne Park. Commissioner Matt, I better have Matt Kennedy. Is he here? Where I better have, I'm saying, because Mac is the man, and as soon as I put it out, Mac was like, I'm gonna be there. And then right after that, Madam Commissioner, she answered me and said, I'm gonna be there also. Yes, that was recently though. That was like a couple days ago? Yes, that you said you're gonna be there also. So let's get them up here. But no, hold on. No. You've been standing up here, we're gonna get you so you can go ahead. We're gonna hear from Mayor Levine Cava's office, and then we're gonna hear from our neighbors at Biscayne Park, and then we're gonna hear from Miami Shores. All right? Go ahead, man.
Hello, everyone. All right. Hello, everyone. Okay, don't fall asleep on me just yet. Okay, my name is Melanie Burke, and I am the Intergovernmental Affairs Liaison for Mayor Daniela Levine Cava. And I have 10 municipalities that I'm responsible for, and a lot of them are here. I was so happy to see Aventura, Sunny Isles, North Miami Beach, Miami Gardens, Biscayne Park. Those are some of the cities that I represent, and also El Portal. And I am just so ecstatic to be able to represent El Portal. And like everyone says about your mayor, I am just a dial away whenever he needs. He or the manager, they can call me at any time, they know it, or send me an email for whatever issues that's happening in Portal. And if there's something that the mayor can do at the county level, I'm the person that would assist them in making sure that they have the resources that you all need, or whatever assistance. I know we have sewer stuff going on, and so we've been working hand in hand with El Portal on that. Of course, you know, Mayor Daniela Levine Cava is everywhere, right? Right? And yes, and so she, of course, needed some personal time with her family, right? So she asked that I show up, and she gave me some notes because the mayor is prepared, and she wants me to make sure that I tell you all everything that is happening, and make sure that you get the proper updates, right? So that's our mayor. That's who she is. She's like, and don't forget to tell them, because we have it written down. The first thing she wanted to let me tell you is that the budget, as you know, is passed, right? And within that budget, we were able to get an additional 1% for your taxes. Come on, that deserves a hand of applause, right? Yes, I know 1% looks small, but in addition to the other percentage that you have, right? 1 and 1 make 2, right? Yes, and if we keep adding, it's gonna add up to dollars, correct? All right. One of the other things that recently she partnered with Miami-Dade College. When you're thinking about our young people, Miami-Dade College, along with Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, is allowing our young people to go to school and get their associate's degrees for free. Yeah. She is working hard, isn't she not? Yes, she is. And so she also wanted me to tell you about the homes plan, and recently was able to make sure that we have more dollars for ERAP, and that's our rental assistance program. And for those of you that may not know, there's also assistance out there for homeowners where you get a one-time $1,500 for whatever that you might want to use that for, to your mortgage, for your taxes, for insurance. Yeah, it is out there. And so you're saying, well, Melanie, how do we get connected to this, right? Just call 311, right? And tell 311 exactly what I'm telling you, and they will put you in touch with the right people. And if you don't want to call 311, Mayor is here, and he has direct contact to me, and I will definitely connect you to all of the resources. Also coming up, we have a Better Bus Network that's taking place. And in a few days, we're revamping the routes, right? And
I believe
so
the 13th is the 13th when it
the
starts.
13th, right. And so it is supposed to make the transit a whole lot better for the residents. But we also, Mayor, would like to hear from, those that may be affected by the change, and let us know if the route isn't it. We want to hear from you. Just because the route's changed doesn't mean that we don't want to hear from you how it's affecting you. So please let us know, and we'll work together, because we're all in this together. We're 34 municipalities, 13 commission districts, and I don't know if y'all know H.T. Smith, but H.T. Smith, a mentor of mine, tell me that, we're all on the same boat, right? We're all on the same boat, sailing in the same direction. So we have to work together to make sure we get to our destination, right? So that's about it for me. And if there's anything else that I can do, Mayor, please, I'm only a phone call away.
It's all
Thank you.
good. I appreciate it.
One
What's
more
up?
thing
What's up?
before I go.
Where we
So
going?
I was sitting there, and in walked this young lady, and I looked up and I was like, oh, that is my teacher from high school, Miss LeGrand.
Oh,
Where are
Miss
you? Yes, at Miami Central Senior High School. Just wanted to give her a shout out. Thank you. I hope I made you proud.
We appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Mayor Levine Cava, you guys know whoever was here with last year, she was here last year. You guys know she was here with us last year. This year, as soon as the moment I told her, she was like, Mayor, because this is what happened. I'm gonna give you guys a little inside scoop. So this is what happened basically. So I was with her. I was with Mayor Levine Cava, and we were the only two elected officials when she designated the very first Indigenous Peoples Day for Miami-Dade County at University of Miami. That was probably like a few weeks ago. And so when she was doing that, she actually surprised me. And so she, all right, inside baseball information. She's gonna be here next year for sure, because next year, you guys saw everybody who saw my flyer for this year, it was El Carnaval de El Portal with the mask. I already have the one done for next year. Next year, it's a Native American face, and it's the history of El Portal. That's next year. The flyers are already done. Next week, my residents, you guys are gonna get on your door handles, you guys are gonna get save the date next week, because the flyer's already done. It's already done. So next year is about the history of El Portal, and we're going to start with, and what I want to do, Madam President, Fruitstone, maybe, I want to maybe get some trams, and we could do a little drive around the Indian mound and stuff like that, and have, and do a little historical lesson at the same time, something like that. So it's all about the history of El Portal. That's next year. It's already done. But since I was at that event with her, and I had told her when I first got elected, I was like, yeah. Well, she was like, yeah, you know your part. We like your part. I was like, yeah. So she went, and while she was giving her speech at this event, she said, I want to recognize in the front row, Mayor Omar Nickerson for El Portal. She was like, and we looked into it. She said, and he is the first Native American mayor in Miami-Dade County history. So she said it that day. She recognized. So we're gonna have her here next year, and we'll do an official official proclamation, whatever we got to do. But she's wonderful. But the moment I told her, she said, Mayor, that day, she said, my family comes into town that morning. I said, no problem, Madam Mayor. She said, okay, we got to send Melanie Burke. I said, well, hey, that's no drop off. We got Melanie Burke here, so we good. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Ms. Burke. Thank you very much. What's going on, Matt? How you doing, my brother? Let me tell you something. I sent the email out. And it was, so I think I sent it on a Saturday, I think. It might have been a Saturday or a Sunday. And as soon as I send the email out, the first thing that pops back is your email saying, like, I have work hours, I'll get to the email as soon as possible. It's an automatic reply. Not even 5 minutes after the automatic reply, you were like, oh, I can make it. You were like, I'll leave it to the manager. I was like, what? Like right away.
I should probably step away from this every once in a while.
I appreciate you. So you're right on point. While they're about to get started, this is Biscayne Park. Why are you so far away? And Matt, you've been on the commission for how long?
I've been a commissioner for going on 4 years.
4 years. And you've been a commissioner for?
Almost next week will be my first. Yes.
And so I met her when she first got elected. And so, and your name has been around for forever, Mac.
I never know how to take that when people say that.
Your name's been around forever. But let us know what's going on in Biscayne Park, like what's happening, maybe a couple new initiatives.
For those of you who don't know Biscayne Park, we're the slightly larger sister to El Portal. We're not as colorful and fun. We're a little quieter up there. We're different than the other two villages in that we are a 100% residential community. And that's why a lot of people don't know much about us and they don't know where we are. We have a church and 1,100 homes and not one single commercial business. We have one state road that runs through, State Road 6th Avenue. Otherwise, it's quiet side streets with no sidewalks and lots of trees, and we are also our bird sanctuary. So we work on things that are very confined to our village with a very tiny budget. We are best known for the parties that we throw. Maybe they're not this, colorful, and we wear maybe some more clothes and there's a little less fire, but we throw some great parties. We're known for a big Halloween party we had last year, and a lot of people from El Portal come to that, and Miami Shores in the area as well. We throw a big winter party. We have a big pride parade. And we're just a wonderful, quiet, walking community. However, in the past year, since Veronica joined the commission, we have a new energy on the commission, and we have been in reorganization mode. So I'm the old guy on the commission, and we hired some younger people with great professional experience, and we have reorganized the village, put together our first strategic plan, so we feel like we're now off to the races and kind of joining the big leagues like you guys. So I don't want to steal Veronica's thunder. I think she wants to tell you about some of those programs.
Well, thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Veronica Amsler, and yes, it will be 1 year next week since I got elected. It has been fun to say. This is very new to me. I never thought that I was going to get involved to this level of engagement that I now have in the responsibility of also leading the village, but it's an amazing opportunity. So hopefully, we continue to bring that energy next election and so forth. It's been a very interesting year, as Mac was saying. I'm very proud for lots of reason for the village. We're a designated bird sanctuary ourselves. Beautiful canopies. If you guys have been able to go for a walk, it's wonderful. You're all welcome. Who was able to visit us during Halloween recently? If you haven't, you have to go. It's an incredible event. We had thousands of people come, literally. Our rec center a manager really pulls his hairs after trying to fix what's left. But it is an amazing event. So we are residential only. That's a very tough thing when you have to raise taxes. There is a lot to do. And I think we're second in terms of the highest tax rate. So it's very challenging because we don't pull from commercial. We don't have development. So a lot to do, and we have a very tight budget. This year, we saw a raise of about 20% in assessed value for taxes. So we got some money. And so we decided, okay, this is the time. And I don't think, and Matt, correct me, that has ever been before a strategic plan put together for the village so that we can all lay the ground of what we want to see happen in the next 5, 10, 15, and 20 years. Because, you know, everybody wants to see roads paved. We want to see lights. We want to see our parks, you know, maximize, and our services and our safety with police department, but it all costs money. And unless we lay the foundations of what we want to become and how we're going to get there, it is nearly impossible because we changed every 2 years in terms of objectives with new people coming in. So setting this foundation gives us a base so we can start having the conversation. So we're there. Next phase is implementing it. So it's a tough road ahead of us, but being part of that process has been amazing. I am so proud for the current commission and how we're moving things forward. I couldn't be more thankful to you to include us in every event. Thank you so much. I did confirm 2 days ago because I was like, I also have 3 kids, so mine, you know, we got to figure out all the dynamics of the house, and I didn't want to miss it. You always have a smile, this colorful event. Like I said, you know, we got to get your tips on how to throw a party. But there's a lot of stuff happening in Biscayne Park. I welcome you all to come. Pleasure to meet you. I'm hoping that I can meet more of you as more events come forward to El Portal. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Thank you to Biscayne Park. And myself and the mayor, we're really, really close. And we have lunch all the time. And he was saying that he wanted to come, but he's in Orlando this weekend. He was like, I'll be in Orlando. So I really appreciate you all coming. Thank you very, very much, you guys. Take care. Thank you very much. And so you're saying, as my Miami Shores Chamber of Commerce people come up, Horace Mann, you're on deck after Miami Shores, so get ready. How you doing, Doc? How you doing, Doc? What's going on? But why is Miami Shores looking around? Didn't I just say Miami Shores, my chamber, Miami Shores people come on up? They looking at each other. All 3 of you. Oh my. So we're going after them, you all, hearing from Miami Shores. And this is what the informational exposition is all about. So for all of you saying, like, why aren't we just hearing about only El Portal stuff? Because it wouldn't be an informational exposition. And my first initiative was connecting the county. So we're talking about my first initiative. That's what we're talking about, what we're doing. So you thought you were just going to sit down there and just not come up? Madam Executive Director. Let us know who your wonderful other leaders are.
Thank you so much. To my left is Gigi Turkel. She's Executive Vice President of the Chamber. And Catherine McClaney, President of the Greater Miami Shores Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for having us today. Unfortunately, I'm not an elected official, and I have to use notes, unlike you people who can talk off the cuff. It's a pleasure to be here. And we are so grateful again for the invitation to share with you what's going on with Miami Shores. Thank you. Let's see, for about 75 years now, next year will be our 75th anniversary, the Chamber of Commerce has played a pivotal role in fostering economic development, promoting entrepreneurship, and supporting the interests of our local business community. It continues to serve as a vital bridge connecting businesses, government entities, and the community at large within our Tri-Village and surrounding areas. Through advocacy, networking, and education, the Chamber helps create an environment where businesses can thrive, innovate, and contribute to the well-being of our community. We are your chamber. I don't know if you know that, but we are your chamber. While El Portal currently doesn't have a lot of brick and mortar businesses, we know that this village is alive with entrepreneurs, home-based businesses, and professionals who do business in this community. El Portal is in the midst of an exciting commercial growth, we know that, and we are grateful to be supportive thanks to Mayor Nickerson and the wonderful relationship which we've rekindled with the village. It's a pleasure. As members of our chamber, we encourage you to take advantage of your membership. We can offer help supporting any events that you have coming. Every home here receives a copy of our Egret magazine. It goes to every single house. And we'd love to include more content on what's happening in El Portal. If you have upcoming issues that you would like to see represented, we'd love to put them in the Egret and show people what's happening in your community, in our community. The Chamber also offers a variety of networking and educational events from our subgroups, such as Shores Young Professionals. Aimed at networking for the next up-and-coming business professionals, it skews to an under 40 crowd. However, it's open to all. I attend and don't set off any alarms. Our last one was a mixer at Offsite, and it was super well attended. We're hoping to partner with Skatebird in the near future now that the weather has calmed down a little bit and not quite so hot. In addition, our much acclaimed Women in Business series has been really successful in providing unique programming and networking opportunities for business women in our community. I don't know if you know, but most of Miami Shores downtown, those businesses are women owned. So we're trying to support and educate and offer experiences for all of our women in business. Our Pathways to Leadership Luncheon, which we held a few months ago, we featured Lorena Garcia from Chica, Catherine Rooney Vera, a financial analyst who contributes to all the major financial networks, and Patrice Gillespie Smith, who's the COO of the Underline. Just last week, we had an event with Susan Howell, the Money Maestra, where she did a series, a lecture on the interconnectedness between women and money. It was a really fascinating event, and we had it at the library. Most of our events are either free or at reduced cost to try and encourage everyone to attend. Our next event is going to be held at Ironside. I don't know if you know where that is. It's going to be a multi-networking mixer. It's on November 15th. It's between 5:30 and 7:30. And it's going to feature a lot of people from Michael Stern's Primetime Networking Group. We're really excited to partner with them on this. We hope you can come out and join us. It's free. Happy hour pricing. And then December 8th, we have Sip and Shop in downtown Miami Shores. We're going to close off one of the streets. We'll have a DJ. It's the opening of our shopping season in our downtown. And then Green Day will be back in the spring. Everybody loves Green Day. It's our most attended event with almost 9,000 people. We hope that you'll take advantage of some of the Chamber's offerings by either becoming a member or just attending an event that sounds interesting. All of our information is available on our website, also in the Egret, and you can call us anytime to ask us about upcoming events.
Thank you so much, Carla. That was amazing. I just want to thank you all for being here and supporting Mayor Nickerson. It's an honor for us. He's joined our board of directors for the Chamber of Commerce. We are 30 members, 30 board of directors, and we serve the business community in El Portal, Miami Shores, Biscayne Park, and Little River. And we're so lucky and happy to have you. And thank you for giving us this opportunity. So please, we would love for you to join us. The information that Carla was speaking about is on miamishores.com. Thank you.
And if anybody wants to know anything from them, just talk to me. Look, first, you didn't want to get up. I'm about to take this personally, Bo. You see what I'm saying, Debo? I'm about to start taking this personally. First, she didn't want to get up for me. Now she don't want to speak for me. Just say hi.
Hi.
And bye.
And bye, and thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, y'all. Take care. Thank you. So as we make this turn, we talk about our children and education. You're up next after them. Horace Mann Middle School. We got Dr. Thompson. How are you doing?
I am well, thank you very much.
Now remember when you and I first spoke about this, I told you what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna position you, and now you're gonna have to tell the truth now. We honest today, okay?
The truth.
All right, we're gonna tell nothing but the truth.
Okay.
All right, come on, let's go. We're gonna tell the truth. Let's go. We have her vice principals here also. I'm gonna let you introduce them.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lita Thompson. I am the principal at the historic
Doctor.
Horace Mann Middle School.
Doctor. It's doctor.
It's Doctor. I have with me my fantastic administrative team. This is Brandy Crystal. She is an assistant principal. And this is Dr. David Piccolino, our assistant principal of community education.
So we had a meeting, and she was talking about all the great things that were happening at Horace Mann. And she was talking about how a lot of students don't go to Horace Mann because they go to other schools that may look nicer because they're newer buildings. But when we looked at it deeper, because see, we look at details, right? When we looked at it deeper, we noticed that there were a lot of things that were happening at Horace Mann that weren't happening at the other schools. So what I explained to them, when I was at the meeting, right? Wasn't that the meeting? All right. So I explained to them, I said, well, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like today's culture and social media, where you'll look on social media and there'll be, everybody looks like they're rich and everybody looks perfect. But behind closed doors, it's not like that. But then you have places that might look more normal. But behind closed doors, there's everything going on. Tell us some of those things you all was doing that we were talking about, Doc.
Thank you so much, Mayor Nickerson. And thank you to the commissioners and the city manager for inviting us and for giving me an opportunity to present and speak to you about Horace Mann Middle School. I am appreciative of Mayor Nickerson's involvement at the school, and he is correct. He came, he took time out of his schedule to sit with me and to actually hear about Horace Mann Middle. So I am here as a result of that conversation. And what I'm going to do for you in the next 3 minutes is just unmask things that you did not know about Horace Mann Middle School. So first of all, we now have the highest test scores of our students in the state in the past 16 years. Last year, our students outperformed any other students from Horace Mann Middle School since state testing began. That's number one. Number two, we have 3 magnet programs: a health science magnet, a STEM magnet, and a music technology magnet. Our health science magnet students did so well last year that they beat out some high school students and made their way to state competition. And it was their first year. Our STEM students are so involved now. With the help of Dr. Piccolino, we are working on becoming a STEM designated school for the district. And that includes science, technology, and math, and arts. So our music program is now going up the ladder. And thanks to Mayor Nickerson and some local residents, we are excited.
This local resident right here, stand up real quick.
We are
Mr. Charlie
excited because the residents think that it is important for the arts to continue. And we are looking forward to a donation of musical instruments for our students to continue our band, orchestra programs. So all of our programs are flourishing. This year, we added an Academy of Law, so our students will be well-versed in the careers that are offered in the law field. And finally, I want to tell you about some things that are upcoming. We talked about history and how historic El Portal is, and I love the theme next year that you're actually going to talk about that history. Well, let me remind everyone in here, Horace Mann was built in 1948. This is our 75th anniversary. 75 years the school has been in existence. So next year, we are going to have a 75th year anniversary celebration weekend. You are invited. And let me just give you a little snippet of what you can expect. On Friday night, we're going to have a movie night. Have you ever seen those really big movie screens? They're blown up. The whole community is there. That's the vision. So please come join us. Saturday, we're going to welcome back all of the Horace Mann alumni from years past. We want you to come and tour the school. We want you to see all the wonderful programs that exist. And then Saturday night, we're looking forward to a gala. My team has decided that's what it's going to be called, where we can all dress up and celebrate the education of our children. And next year, I think, we're going to get a renovation from Miami-Dade County. They're going to paint our building. They are going to revive some of the security measures in the school, and we will get this, we will get the first hospital type program of any Miami-Dade middle school. We will have a building dedicated to hospital rooms, x-ray rooms, a pharmacy, and a patient room so that our students can learn more about health science. We welcome your children. We are thankful for your support of our teachers. Teaching is a difficult job, especially today. You speak about social media, and our kids want instant everything. So when you are standing there trying to teach them about polynomials and algebra, right, they don't want to hear that so much. Teaching is very difficult. So I am appreciative of your support of our teachers, and I want to remind you that public schools are your best choice. So thank you for supporting Horace Mann Middle.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much, sister, for coming. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you, and
Doc.
thank you so much for
I
your
appreciate
support
you, Doc.
and coming out to support us.
Much love, Doc. You know I love you. All right, where's Miss Carol? Is Miss Carol? How you doing? How you doing? So what's going on, Devo? What's up, my brother? Everything good? It's all good. What's up, Dr. Bo? You good? Y'all chilling? Hold on, y'all go ahead, stand up. They're gonna go, and then you on deck next. And we're gonna hear from you, sister. And when we get to you, I know it's special. You know I'm gonna give you a little introduction now. You know it's a special thing. I appreciate you all. Listen up, this organization here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Teresa Bowe. I'm an author, philanthropist, a luxury real estate broker here in South Florida, and I stand alongside my amazing husband. When I say amazing, I mean it. Not just saying it for the crowd. But my amazing husband, his name is Dwayne Bowe. He is a former Pro Bowl, and I want to make sure I don't forget that, Pro Bowl wide receiver of the NFL for the Kansas City Chiefs. And he's a native Miami Garden citizen. So we are here today. And before I get started, I just want everyone to recognize this man right here, Mayor Omar. I want everyone to stand to their feet and give him a round of applause. Yes. He deserves it. Yes. Everyone, please, let's give him his flowers while he is here. Yes. Everyone, please. This is so deserving, and we are so appreciative. Thank you, guys. All for you. Thank you. We are so appreciative for the invitation to be here today. And, you know, when I look at you and just meeting you and just knowing what you are doing for your community, like, we are appalled, and we are just like so blessed to be a part of this, because you are a connector. You are a connector, and you are the person, as I can see, that's bringing resources, bringing things to your community. And as everyone said, how you walk into a room, just thinking about how we met and just how graceful you are. And my husband actually changed all of his plans to be here today for you. That's when I knew that you were special. I'm like, my husband doesn't do that often. So because we are here today, my husband was number 82 during his tenure with the Chiefs. And we created a charity called 82Ways Foundation. And through our foundation, we travel the world. We provide educational materials for children to combat child abuse. So as we are talking about unmasking and talking about something that's real, 1 in 3 kids, 3 little girls are abused as a child before 18. 1 in 5 boys are abused as well. So we are encouraging you. April is coming around the corner. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. We go into schools and we talk about boundaries. So it was my husband and I that first thought about that one thing. And I look at Mayor, he's that one thing in this community that's making a difference. We walked into our charity trying to combat child abuse. And we all know how sensitive that subject is. And a lot of schools do not open up the doors for us because it's a sensitive subject. So we were sitting at home one evening and we were discussing how do we get in front of children and adults in a way that they're gonna welcome us. And in the background was my 2 kids, our son and daughter playing, and we heard our daughter saying, "No, stop." And my son kept going. Then we'll hear our son tell our daughter, "Stop, no." And they'll keep going. And I looked over to my husband and I said, this is where it starts, in our household. A lot of times we do not implement boundaries in our own household. And this is when we realized we had like an aha moment. It's boundaries where it starts that can combat child abuse, that can combat bullying, that can combat a lot of things that our children go through. But more importantly, like I said, when it comes to child abuse, just helping our kids understand what no means, that no is a complete sentence. There's nothing else that needs to come behind that. That stop is a complete sentence, was where we decided to write our second book called Play Nice, where we implement boundaries, healthy boundaries, and teach kids how there's lines that should not be crossed in our household first. So for April, I'm inviting all of you guys that's in the educational field to contact us and allow us into your schools to help your children understand boundaries is where it starts. Because think about it, as you get older and you get pulled over, and the cops say, get out the car, and our kids don't understand that they have to respect authority, that's when more things happen. So we want to encourage you guys to contact us at 82ways.org and just speak with us about what we can do for your organization, for your schools, how we can come in, my husband and I, talk to children and help them understand it's okay to listen to adults, that no means no, that stops means stop. And I want to pass this over to my husband to say a few words.
Thank you guys for having me. Me and Omar, it's a blessing to be here. Being the middle child of 16 kids out of Miami Gardens, my percentage was this big making it out. And I just want to thank the city of Miami Gardens. I want to thank the city of El Portal, Mayor Omar, now giving back, being in the community, giving kids a voice, being a mentor for the youth, and also, a lot of former NFL players. So if anybody have anything to do with sports or mentoring, or, you just want me in your village or your city to uplift and impact, feel free to, like she said, hit us on 82ways.org. And I'm here for you. And Mayor Omar, I appreciate it.
Hey, I love you, baby boy. It's all good. You already know. And let me just say, not only did they break everything to be here, but what actually happened was that their babysitter got COVID. And so there was nobody to watch their kids. And so what he did, for my little event here, flew in his aunt, not she lived down the road, flew her in to watch the kids so they could be here with us. Think about that. So I really appreciate you. Love you, baby. We're going to do a lot of work together, man. It's just the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Doc, appreciate you, sister. All right, take care, y'all. Appreciate you. All right. Miss Crystal Carroll, how are you doing, long-term resident? How's everything been? I love you, sister. Been through a lot. At one point, I was seeing you all the time. And then, all of a sudden, I didn't see you anymore. And I didn't see you anymore for a while. And didn't know why, but sometimes you just figure that people, sometimes you see people, then sometimes they get busy or they get a new job and their schedule changes or something like that, so you never know. Sure. But it wasn't that. It was something more scary. And it's something that when I'm assuming you go through not ever knowing, because it's always one thing when we see things and we see, even if it's relatives or friends and other people go through things, and we hear about things on TV. And it's not that you never think it's going to happen to you, but it's not really real or it's not really reality until it does happen to you. And we're glad you're still here with us. And you're going to also tell us about your people you're partnering with, because you sent that to me. I'm still going to send some money. Don't worry about it. I got you. I ain't forget. But you also, in that time, going through what you went through, and I'm going to let you explain it, You also, look at that, you became an author. Right? And we gonna hear from the book right now.
Absolutely.
And we gonna, do you get a table outside?
I did not, but it's okay. I'm gonna make sure.
Okay, they gonna contact
know.
me,
They
and I'm gonna
know.
give them your information, and we're gonna buy your little. I got you.
I know
All
you
right.
do.
Okay.
I
Here
know
we
you
go.
do.
All right.
Well, thank you, number one, for inviting me to your event. This is amazing. As you said, I am a long-term El Portal resident. We have a very unique house that is not normal to South Florida. We actually have a basement. So there's several of our homes that were built by one particular architect, and our quiet and quaint little area is very special and unique to this area. So we enjoy it, number one. And who can say that they literally have their mayor's phone number, and if you have an issue, you can just call them directly? My village is better than your big.
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's my sister right there.
I'm just saying. Anyway, he is absolutely correct that I was a regular at council meetings advocating for our police department, which I love that it is growing, and I love that I'm seeing way more visibility. We see their lights come by, we see the red and the blue in the evening times, and you know that they're visible and they're present, and I appreciate that. Yes, thank you. Yes, that is true. So like he said, there was a time where I just was present at every event, and then I kind of shrunk away and didn't really participate, and that's because I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. By the grace of God, I am standing here in front of you. Thank you. So when I did speak to him, he was like, well, where you been? What's going on? And I just let him know that that was my journey. I ended up having a double mastectomy with reconstruction. I ended up doing 16 rounds of chemotherapy. And I love and appreciate every single person at Mount Sinai that was placed on my journey in order to get me to this point. So I am a big advocate, as he said. Please get your mammograms, men and women. Please get your genetic testing. If that is something that does or even doesn't run in your family, I highly recommend that you get genetic testing. And I tell you to encourage all of your family and friends that on the 1st, do a check. Every 1st of the month, make sure that you're doing your self-examinations so that you can make sure that you stay ahead of the game. That is the key. So I just had a very live and in living color pink October. So if you have any questions, I'm here. I'm a support advocate for quite a few organizations, one of which is BRCA Strong. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with the BRCA gene, but that is when obviously there's something in your DNA and it says that you have a predisposition for breast cancer. I will be Miss January in their fundraising calendar. Yes.
In my opinion, sister, you missed January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. You everything.
And that was quite an activity. I mean, it was a program where you do a Dear Body program and you write a letter to your body. That my body endured quite the task, and it's still here to be able to stand in this moment. So I am sitting in this moment, and I thank you for that. Along the way, as our mayor said, I became a published author. So again, along the lines of unmasking, this book came about because of life. Life was lifing and said, you know what, this is an opportunity to unmask the idea of grieving, because our children oftentimes don't understand how to go through the grieving process, because we as adults don't always understand how to go through the grieving process. So this book came about. It's called Today I Saw a Ladybug, after the loss of my father, and just being able to see some people, it's a ladybug, others it might be a cardinal, others it might be a butterfly or even a dragonfly, that you see these items or these living creatures and it reminds you of your lost loved one. And so this book, accompanied with the journal, allows a child and their caregiver to begin a very difficult conversation of how to heal and continue to move forward even after the loss of a loved one. So it's a simple book, but it's very meaningful. It has brought adults to tears just because they're remembering that loss of that one person that might have been their biggest cheerleader. It might have been the one person that they were able to have conversations with, someone that might just give them a big old hug. And so that's how my book came about. And then, of course, I believe representation matters. So when I go to the schools and I do story time, I bring my doll because a lot of people don't understand how easy it is to become a published author, that we all have a story to share, that we all have something to say. And so I encourage children, all children, when I do a story time to say your story matters. And just as simple as drawing a picture, you can become a published author too. So the mayor wanted me to read a couple pages, so I will. I won't read the whole book, but just to give you an idea.
Come on over here. I'll make it easy for you.
Oh, I appreciate you. So like I said, the title of the book is Today I Saw a Ladybug. So today I saw a ladybug. I was feeling sad before. I'd lost something I'd loved so much, but Ladybug reminded me my heart should not be sore. She fluttered first around my head, her wings so red and bright, and then she landed on my hand, taking rest from her long flight. Sometimes my heart feels like her spots, dark in a world that's light. But Ladybug reminded me sometime that happens and it's all right. Like Ladybug, you are around, even when I can't quite see. I'm not really alone, you're always here with me. Like Ladybug, you've always loved to simply say hello, to visit me and come to see the next stage of my life show. I know you would be proud of me, the growth I make each day, even if, like friend Ladybug, there wasn't long to stay. And just like that, the ladybug is now taking her flight. Goodbye, dear friend. Thank you. Take care. Until the next time that we meet, I'll move forward. See you there. The end. Super simple. And like I said, it's really, the intent is to start a genuine conversation between the caregiver and a child so that they can begin to move forward. I thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
You know I love you, sister. And you all get in touch with me, and don't worry about it because I have a flyer that I'm putting together for you that every resident's going to get about your information and about your book. So we're gonna make it a bestseller. We're gonna have it go sky high. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. I appreciate that. Yeah, just leave them for me. I appreciate it right there. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Do I have a mayor here from North Bay Village? Where? Come on up, my brother. Do I have Brent Latham? I don't have Mayor Latham here from North Bay Village, do I? How you doing, baby?
I'm good, man.
You good? You good?
Sharp,
You
man.
chill? I try to copy you. You know, I try to be like you sometimes.
Do a little duet here.
All right, I'm just saying.
Ready?
This is me and you. What's up? What are we doing?
I'm good, man. I didn't come with a speech prepared.
You're good.
But you know how I feel, and I can fill up as much time as you need.
3
Although,
minutes.
actually, there's a lot of great people in the room, you know. And I was just commenting that you have what we call in Spanish poder de convocatoria. That means that this guy can fill up the room with important people just by asking, you know. And that's because of your great energy and your spirit.
Appreciate you, man.
And we're neighbors. For those of you who don't know where North Bay Village is, it's right across the bay.
79th Street Causeway, go right across.
We're neighbors, and Mayor Nickerson, you've been a great support to us. and I know even more so in the community. I learned a couple things as I walked in that I didn't know. For one thing, does anyone know who set all this up? Can you guess? The village clerk and the village mayor. That's how it is sometimes with a little city. That's right. That merits a round of applause because Mayor Nickerson is not only the star of the show, he's also the person that sets the whole thing up until, I guess, 1 or 2 a.m. the night before. That's what it takes. If you're from El Portal, if you're from this area, you don't know how lucky you are to have a mayor like this. It's a rare thing. It's a rare thing, and it moves a community forward. I know that the residents are appreciative of you, Mayor Nickerson. We're appreciative of you as fellow mayors, as local partners and neighbors of yours. I have another story. Can I tell one more story about Mayor Nickerson?
Thing, my brother. I appreciate it.
We share, because we're small cities. North Bay Village is a small city. El Portal is a smaller city than North Bay Village. We share resources when we can.
We
right?
always do.
We
sure.
always try to share ideas and
For sure.
resources.
For sure.
We share our waterfront in North Bay Village.
For sure.
On the side, I always tell Mayor Nickerson,
We,
this
all
is
right,
a fun one.
So this is what we do. So like once a month we go out to eat on like a Friday. And we always go to North Bay Village. And when we go to North Bay Village, we always eat waterfront. And so Mayor Latham's running joke, go ahead, you tell it. Go ahead.
I say Mayor Nickerson
This your
because
cue.
we always end up with the village manager, Ms. Alou as well. We end up on the waterfront North Bay Village. I say, Mayor Nickerson, let's have lunch next time. We'll do it in El Portal on the waterfront. And then we remember we're lucky enough in North Bay Village to have waterfront. Mayor Nickerson, what you have in El Portal is a great mayor and a great staff and a great association. Let me tell the story I wanted to tell.
No, tell the
So
story.
because we
Appreciate it.
share resources, one thing that we did is we have a soccer program in North Bay Village Athletics
Absolutely.
program. And it's harder for a smaller city when you don't have the infrastructure.
Absolutely.
You know, El Portal isn't blessed with the space and the programming. So Mayor Nickerson and I got together and we said, let's open up the free soccer program to the El
Absolutely.
Portal residents as well.
Absolutely.
And Mayor Nickerson, of course, said, that's going to help my residents. I'm going to do it. But he goes a step beyond. That's not just what he does. And I learned this by talking to the residents from El Portal that have come to participate with their kids in the program. And I said, well, how'd you find out about the program? You know, did you see it on Instagram, on the website? To a person, they say, no, Mayor Nickerson knocked on my door and told me about the program. So my kid could take advantage of this program. I mean, that's dedication. I would like to hear a round of applause for that.
I appreciate you.
That's not normal. All right, it's not normal. It's not a normal level of dedication, but it's something that this mayor is willing to give to the community, and you're blessed to have him here in El Portal. It's my pleasure to be a friend of
I
yours.
appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. I
Thank
love
you,
you, my
man.
brother. I appreciate you. And let me tell you something. That soccer program that's free for our residents. He came when we spoke about it and first spoke about it. We were the first outside municipality that he gave that offer to. And he said, you guys are not going to have, the registration fee and stuff like that. He was like, you guys, it'd be just like you guys are North Bay Village residents. And that's the offer he gave us, which was wonderful. And we really appreciate that.
That's right. And just as a side note, since I came up here, any of you who have to do with sports, I know we have some professional athletes in the room. Sports have to be free for kids. That's our thing, right? Sports should always be free. Participation in programming has to be free. And I'm so glad that you accepted the offer, and we're offering free programming in sports for kids.
Hey, we joined together, connecting the county, people. Connecting the county.
Thank you, Mayor Nickerson. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
No, I love you, my brother. Thank you very much. Hey, I appreciate you. Man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you. All right, my people. Look, so come on here, Clerk Jacoby. Yeah, come. So this is how it works. I get these crazy ideas, right? And I say, man, you know what? I want it to be like this, and I want it to be like this, and what should we have? Okay, like the bar and the coffee. And she's like, Nickerson. Here we go. Oh, what she calls me. Yeah. She's so, what she calls me. She's like, no, how do you say it? Say it. Nickerson, come. Look, no, we have to have, no. Can't look like that, Nickerson. No, Nickerson. It can't look like that. I mean, we got to get the balloons with the lights, Nickerson. I'm like, who cares about the balloon? No, you don't understand. We got to get like the mask balloon at the top.
Detail, you know, men.
I'm like, what the hell? Let me tell
He's
y'all
a great mayor, but they need a little push. Come on, women. You know we got this. We got this. They just need a little push. You did really good.
I appreciate it. So I'm doing all the phone calls and the emails. I get all the money. I do all the time. I'm like, okay, I want this, I want that, I want that. But to actually make it come to life, Like stuff like this. Like we're here last night till 2 a.m. and she's like, okay, well, let's put red at the bottom and red. Because at first we were like, okay, let's make it all red. See, we were like, all right, well, no, let's mix it red. We were like, let's make it colorful, but not so colorful that it's not serious. It's clowny. So let's make it colorful, but try to make it colorful, but still sophisticated. So we were trying to find that balance. All your centerpieces here, she made them all on her own. The village manager went out yesterday and got roses, and she was like, let's make center. She did all of that last night. Put the mask on the vase and put the lights in some of the things. She did all of that. We were here so late. We were here for so late. The piano is not back there. It's usually turned around because that door back there we use in the daytime usually for traffic for the front office. So we turned it around and she lifted it up and there's a mask and we put the red bulb, all type of stuff. The stuff that's out there, out back, we just organize everything. So I just want to say, I have grand ideas, but the detail of it, she helps me put it together.
Thank you. And I want to say I appreciate you because one of the most important things, and I always say this to any elected official, is remain humble. Remain humble. You could be at the top, and one thing about me, what you see is what you get. I talk to the president the same way of the United States as I talk to somebody cleaning. He knows that he's talking to me sometimes, and I'm at a drive-thru, and he's like, how do you know that person? Because I say hi to everybody. You got to be cordial. One day we're here, that's one thing I learned since I was very little. Saying hi, talking to someone goes a long way. And that's one of the things I really admire about him because he speaks to anybody. He doesn't care what your background is. If he has to take the bus, he takes the bus. He doesn't see anything. He doesn't see himself in the position that he's in. And that I think makes for a great leader.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Clerk Jacoby. Thank you very much. Before I bring up my brother from the Miccosukee tribe, how you doing? Miccosukee Nation representing. Where is my manager? Is my manager in here or did she step out? Where, Madam Manager? Well, let me tell y'all something. Y'all are about to see the most elegant, the most sophisticated municipal manager that you will ever meet. And she is my partner, and we call ourselves, we're champions in success. And at a place like El Portal, you all, come on up, Madam Manager, don't stand. You already know you're coming up. And at a place like El Portal, where you have to, this is a thing, right? So when you go to, let's just get some inside baseball here, Madam Manager. Inside baseball. Oh,
You're talking baseball?
Look at it. As a matter of fact, let me do this the right way. Okay. Madame Manager, Christia E. Alou, Esquire.
Thank you.
Used to be a lobbyist on Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C. So she knows all the congressmen, all the senators. Comes from the famous Alou family. I see when I was talking about inside baseball, I was just talking about the inside information, but that makes sense, perfect timing. If anybody does know baseball, the Alous, brothers, father, World Series champions. And so she is wonderful all the time. And what you see right here is not her just getting dressed up for this event. Manager Alou is elegant and sophisticated, highly organized every day. Every single day.
Thank you.
One of the most professional individuals I've ever worked with. Let me tell you this, hands down, you guys, hands down, the best individual I've ever worked with in my entire life. Any job I've ever had, if I say something, she's right on it. Before I can even think of the next thing, she's like, oh, Mayor, I did this too. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I didn't even get to that yet, so I appreciate that. Madam Manager, thank you for being here, Madam Manager.
Thank you, Mayor Nickerson. You make the work easy, a lot easier. You know, it's not easy to do municipal government and administration, but we have such a fantastic leader in Mayor Omar Nickerson because he allows us to do our jobs. You know, he's not a micromanager. He's actually the kind of person who's working shoulder to shoulder with us at a very high level. You know, he gave you his resume, and it's a wonderful resume. So believe me when I say this man is a volunteer mayor, but he works with us in the administration at a top level that is like nothing I've ever experienced. And it really has been an amazing experience working with you and working for you and working for the council. But under your leadership, it has made it such a different El Portal. I have to admit, I've been here for 6.5 years, almost 7 years. And you know, when I started, it wasn't all that great. It was, you know, the morale was low. The work environment was terrible. It didn't even look as nice and bright and bubbly as it does now. Now we've got a wonderful team, great people we're working with. I mean, we still are the smallest budget in all of Miami-Dade County, which says a lot for the leadership in that people are still willing to work and give their best because we have a fantastic work environment. They have access to our mayor, our council, and they feel heard and they feel empowered and they want to do a good job. So for that, I'll always thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Manager. You know I love you now.
Thank you. And I just also have to just reiterate that, you know, just relationships also has made it so much better for us to get the job done because we didn't have those relationships before. And so, yes, this mayor goes to meetings and he's riding the bus and riding the train. I mean, I call it planes, trains, and automobiles.
I'll get there
He's getting
anyway.
there, however he's gonna get. He's tried to drag me on those trains. I was like, I can't do it, Mayor. My hair. But
I'm like, Madam Manager, we going to the government center. Just jump on the train. We'll be there in a second. She's like, Mayor, I can't do it.
I can't do it. These shoes won't allow it. But I support him and I appreciate him and those relationships that we've been able to build because he's got such a good reputation and because he really does the work. It's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk as well. That helps us do our jobs because as the smallest municipality in Miami-Dade County, we can't do it without you all. You know, there's only like 5 of us working here. You know, we have a village clerk who's working her tail feathers off. We got 1 chief with a major. 10 full-time police officers. We've got 1 code enforcement officer, 1 office administrator. Every letter that comes out of here, I wrote it or they wrote it. There's no support staff. There's no secretaries. There's no reception desk. You know, we have a building department that is 2 building clerks. They're not receptionists, but they have to fill in and do what they can. So I have to give shout outs to our building department. That's CAP government, led by Pedro Martinez, our building official, Cindy Lazo, and Mr. Francisco Roman are the building clerks. We have code enforcement officer Fitz Simmons, and y'all know he works. We are so lucky to have him, so I'm really pleased to have him working with us, and we want to fortify him as best we can because he comes with a high level of professionalism and just expertise, but also common sense, and he does it all with fantastic customer service. Also, Mr. David Perez, who is our office administrator. That's Johnny on the spot, I call him, because what you need, I got you. So we love and appreciate David Perez as well. And our CAP government also supplies our public works department, and that is led by Mr. Mohan Thampi, senior engineer. Thank you, Mohan, for everything you do. And Mr. Subner Solomon, who's not here today. Also, I want to just give the biggest shout out ever to our chief of police. And that is, see, everybody's outside, they're working and protecting and serving, but I just want them to be recognized in this group. Our police department is led by Police Chief Alex Mendez. We have an entire new face to the El Portal Police Department. I mean, every officer is new and excited and giving their very best. For the first time ever, we've got a police major, Thomas Harrison. He's fantastic. That's another Johnny on the spot gentleman who's got our backs no matter what. We've got captains, and when I say captains, I'm talking about these are volunteer. These are our reserve officer captains. Benny Marino, Captain Rolando Padron. They are volunteer members of the department, but they are turning the department around through the administrative expertise that they bring, and it is amazing. And of course, we have Corporal Daniel Sanon, Corporal Jonathan Brito, and Corporal Cassandra Torrance. And they're all leading the rest of the fine men and women of the El Portal Police Department. So we're grateful to have all of these people and so much more. So I'm not gonna, hold up Mayor Dickerson's program much longer, but I just would also be remiss if I don't mention those people who do support in a supporting role as consultants who've done so much for us. And that would be our senior engineer, Mr. Orlando Rubio with Craig A. Smith and Associates. He is amazing. He's handling all of our stormwater, septic sewer, all of those things that require such high level expertise in engineering. And so that comes from Orlando Rubio. Also, Mr. Ruano, I haven't seen him in the past 20 minutes, but he's our grants consultant and with EcoStrata. And Robert Ruano, as grants consultant, has been amazing for us. Serbia Design, that's our urban planner. That's Camila Zabla. I saw her a hot second ago. The Corradino Group, who provides our zoning services. And again, CAP Government. So I'm going to turn it back over to the mayor. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to give a shout out to the staff. And I appreciate everyone here who's supported us as we've transitioned to bigger and better.
And next year when we go through the history of El Portal, we want you all to be here because when we go through the history, you guys with the details of how everything happened and what went on. Because let me tell you how she says certain things like, now we have CAP Government at the front desk. CAP Government is an outsourced company. And they do our building department, and they do our public works. And we do have that because when she was doing all the firing and hiring, we would have our own people at the front desk, and then they find a new job or they move or somewhere like that, then we have to find somebody else and get resumes and things like that. And throughout that time, I have residents then calling me saying like, well, what's going on? Like, I can't get my permit done. Well, there's nobody at the building department front desk now because the person left and went to another job. But now we outsource everything. So now we have CAP Government that does that, see? And so if somebody's missing, CAP Government replaces them right away. So we did what we had to do. So the journey to get here, if you see those police cars outside, those are some of the nicest police cars in all of Miami-Dade County, if not all of Florida. We have different types, they have different styles and things like that. All those things did not come from any taxpayer dollars. That's not easy. So it's a long way to where we came. And next year at the History of El Portal, you'll get the details of those ways. Thank you very much, Madam Manager. I appreciate it. Love you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right, so I was talking to the clerk. The clerk was like, Mayor, we getting ready. You guys saw I started with the fire show, right? Y'all didn't think that was it, did y'all? And she's like, Mayor, they're in the back. And they're saying, I'm like, all right, we got a little bit of time. What's the time? We got a little bit of time. She's like, okay, we do have time. She's like, but just kind of. So, reminder. So that was the education portion, right? Education, environment also. Is that North Miami? We had North Miami Beach up here earlier. Is that North Miami Timothy right there? How you doing? Is that council person Timothy right there? Come on up, sister. I appreciate you. I know we don't have the mayor of Palmetto Bay from way down south. The mayor from way down south, Palmetto Bay, Mayor Cunningham, come on up. Came up way up here to see us. I know we don't have that. I know we don't have that. I know we don't have, I know we do have our Women's Club president, Maribel Fruitstone here, and we do have our executive director of the Everglades Law Center, Elizabeth Fateh Carpenter Esquire. Madam President, you belong up here. Madam Executive Director, you belong up here. I know we don't have Pelican Harbor. See, let me tell you something about Pelican Harbor Seabird Station. They have a hawk outside. Is the hawk still outside? Okay, we got to let it go in a little bit? Okay, right after this, we're going to let the hawk go, you guys. You're going to see a live hawk outside. We're going to let the hawk go. Where is the hawk? Is it on the table out there? Is it? Okay, you come up. Come on up. If you bring a hawk, you got to come up. That's it. That's the rule right now. I know that I had a couple of El Portal business owners. I see Mr. Winters. Come up, Mr. Winters. Who else did I have? I know I got some emails and some texts. about different organizations in El Portal, small business owners in El Portal. I know I don't see Councilperson Lightfoot Ward, doctor here, do I? Come on up, Orlando Rubio. I see you, my brother. I know I don't see, is Anders here? Is the forever vice mayor / councilperson Urban here? Come on up, my brother. Where's did Cooper walk out? All right. I see y'all now. Who am I missing? Any other elected officials from somewhere else that I missed? Miami Waterkeeper. Is Miami Waterkeeper here? Ah, I knew I missed. I was missing. So come on, environmental aspect, Miami Waterkeeper. How you doing? What's going on? Yeah, go ahead over to Pelican Harbor Seabird Station. Y'all all environmental and stuff like that. That works out perfectly. Y'all believe in the environment and saving the world. Here we go. Listen up, you guys. Come on, much love. Ms. Troxler, not FIU. All right, come here. So Ms. Troxler, I emailed it out. Hugh, come up here, Hugh. I emailed it out. Come up here, Hugh. I emailed it out, and when I emailed it out, you all, we have the state attorney's office. If y'all know Catherine Fernandez Rundle and all the work she does for us, we have the equivalent representing the state attorney's office, Miss Angie. Come over here. Miss Angie, come here. Come here. Come here, Miss Angie. Come here. Come here. Come here. How you doing, Gigi? Got Gigi. Miss Rose-colored glasses. I see you. Come on up here. Miss Rose-colored glasses. No, we don't. We got Senator Jones's office here. Yes, she's here. Is she? Oh, what's going on, sister? How you doing? You snuck in here, didn't say nothing. Yeah, she was over there. Come on up here. All right. Come here, rose-colored glasses. Come on. Come here, state attorney's office. Come here. And let me just say really quickly. I reached out to the state attorney's office. She responded right away. I'm going to give y'all a little secret. I reached out to the public defender's office. Never heard back. I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying. Shout out to the state attorney's office. Shout out to Catherine Fernandez Rundle. That's all I'm saying. Come on this side. I know you have to go, my brother. He will be back next year. I was there at the very first Indigenous Peoples Day, right? Proclamation event. Like I said, it was myself and Mayor Living Coward. We were the only two elected officials that were there. And I just want to say that, okay, so my mom is Lakota. My mom is a Sioux, Blackfoot Sioux Lakota, okay, from the plains. And when I say that I'm half African-American, half Native American, my mom still lives on the reservation with her family in South Dakota and North Dakota. All right? So right there. And so I just want to say that, you know, all of us who come from different nations, and that's what we call ourselves, you guys, not just tribe, we say we come from different nations, right? All of us that say we come from different nations, you guys. And you know her name is Lightfoot, right? She's a little Native American, Lightfoot Ward, Dr. Lightfoot Ward, and she's a council person. But all of us that come from different nations, you all, we learn a lot about each other. And I learned a lot about the Miccosukee Nation that day. The Miccosukee Nation. I didn't know because my mom's they're from the plains. You know, we were Plains Indians, right? Plains Native Americans from the Sioux tribe. So I just want to say I learned so much, and you know what you all went through with the Spaniards in Florida and the Seminole Wars and all those type of things. Because when the Seminole Wars were occurring, people think it was just the Seminoles. They don't know that it was the Native Americans as a whole throughout all of Florida that were feeling the brunt of those battles and those wars and those conflicts. So I just want to say really quickly, man, I appreciate you. And I want you to say a couple things before you get out of here. And he's definitely going to be back this is the reason why he doesn't have a huge part this year is because of my theme next year, where he's going to be front and center. And I'm bringing a lot of Native American nations in next year. So you guys are going to be amazing next year. Wait till you see it.
Well, Shanabashat, Mayor, thank you for inviting us out here. I'm going to keep this brief so I can save the really good stuff for next year. But I just want to say, all of you guys, Chiantamo, how are you all? I hope you're all doing well today. Himinetiga Hidoglo, for those members of the League of Cities, it's good to see you all again. Sorry I've been absent. I've been really busy with our government and our community. But for those who are new, it's really great to see you folks as well. And before I wrap up, I just want to say that it's really great to have this type of focus, especially during Native Heritage Month. As Yakita, it's really not for us, it's for others who are not Native to remember that we are the people who are here, and we're still here, and we have a part to play. We want to play our part with you guys as well. It's all about community for us. Community is such a broad term, but as you folks talk about your community, I realized how many of our goals align, and we're all just trying to improve things for our people. But if we look at all of ourselves as the people together, that means we're all going to try to move forward together. So I think that's a really great goal, and I appreciate the mayor's efforts to work towards that goal. It's so important. And there's another phrase out there, a Native alone in the world, it's a sad thing, but as you can see, we're not alone. So I'll say to you, Himinetike Yakite Shotonga Hidoja. It's a good day to be Indigenous. Shanabi.
Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you. And we're going to keep in touch, man. Thank you very much for everything. And this is just the beginning because you and I spoke, and we say that you know, what we have going on and you know, with you know, El Portal and myself as a mayor and things like that, we were saying, how come, you know, they never talk about Indigenous people in like Doral or in Hialeah or, you know, or in Florida City. And so we were saying this has to just be the beginning where I'm connecting as a mayor with them and, you know, through my Native American heritage and with Native American nations all over. But I'm going to take that message to Connecting the County Initiative. I'm gonna take that message to all the other municipalities throughout the county because everybody needs to, and just let's just be realistic, right? Everybody needs to not necessarily, you know, stop doing Thanksgiving, for example, right? We're not asking that, but everybody needs to at least acknowledge, like I said at the very beginning, and let me tell you guys, for everybody who's coming back next year, you're gonna hear that same type of speech next year, but just much deeper. But like I said at the beginning, you don't go to Japan and not see Japanese people. You don't go to Russia and not see Russian people, but we are the original people of this land, Native Americans, and you can go to the mall. When everybody leaves here today, you're going to a mall or a grocery store or a movie, and you're not going to see Native American families. Come back next year, it gets worse. I'm going to be more passionate next year. Don't worry about it.
I want to thank you for inviting us to your village. So I want to invite all of you to our village. Next month, we are having our Miccosukee Indian Arts and Crafts Festival, December 28th to the 31st. I'll be around, so if you guys see me, please say hi, Popeye. So it's great meeting all of you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Of course. No.
Right, not to make everybody extremely nervous that a white man just grabbed the microphone during this discussion, but in a most sincere way, I ask people this all the time. What does Miami mean in Spanish? Anybody know? It means nothing. It's not a Spanish word. Miami is the name of the people who came from the Ohio River Valley. You can trace their Trail of Tears by all the cities in the U.S. that are named Miami, including Miami, Kansas. I'm from Kansas. And so I'm not just from Kansas. I'm from Topeka, which is in Shawnee County, which is in the state of Kansas. None of those words are Anglo. And so I have found it very useful, important, and mandatory for myself to learn about Native American history specifically, Western expansion specifically, and the problems up to and including atrocities that come with that. So without acknowledging that history, without facing it, and standing up and truly facing it, we're not going to be able to move forward as a nation. So I feel that very strongly, and I definitely look forward to next year. So
thank you very much. That's Councilperson Urban right there. He was vice mayor, always be vice mayor to me. We're going to go around really quickly. How you doing, Doc?
I do good.
How you doing? What's going on? Councilperson, Lightfoot Ward, Dr. Lightfoot Ward. say like one sentence, because if I don't, Clerk Jacoby's gonna kill me. Everybody's gonna get one sentence. One sentence. Here we go.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming. He's amazing. That's all I can say. He's amazing.
I'm gonna ditto on that. He is amazing. I don't cover Ed Portal, but I'm gonna request Ed Portal. I do have a lot of other places I cover, but I met him and he is everywhere. And I think Port Portal is an amazing a city, because I've been here before many years ago, and you have brought so much joy and blessings, and I'm so happy. And if it's okay, I want to cover your area.
No, of course. And you all, for the kids who are all out in the bounce houses right now, for the kids, they have fingerprinting. Don't you guys have fingerprinting? They have a table outside. They have fingerprinting. So the kids would love to do that. So you have kids, take them to the fingerprinting table for the state attorney's office.
And we have a program called START, which I would love to bring to the middle school, which is a choice and consequence, which is an amazing, it's one of my favorite programs that the state attorney has implemented in our county.
Hi, I'm sorry, my mayor is the best mayor ever. We're not gonna hate, but either way, my name is Edith. I have a nonprofit called the Rose Colored Shades, where others that don't know about cancer, who are afraid of cancer, please, you can speak to the mayor. He can reach out to me and I'll let you know. Other than that, he's the best mayor ever.
Hello, my name is Marina from Senator Chevron Jones' office. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for inviting us today. It's been a great program, and we're all looking forward to next year, I'm sure.
Councilperson Urban. I've lived in El Portal for 10 years. I lived in Miami for a little over 20 years. Never thought I'd find a community like this where neighbors know each other, help each other, and work together, and it's just been amazing.
My name is Charlie Winters. I've also been here for 10 years, and I'm the owner of Miami String House, the best kept secret here in El Portal, where it's the only place in Miami with a old world style building of violins, violas, cellos, double basses. We work in the schools and the communities. And
yes, the young lady that was here earlier, that was because of him. He hooked it up. Last night, we hooked that up at like 9 p.m. or something like that. We hooked it up. Like, we got everything together last night for her to play during my speech. That was last night he hooked that up. So he's a resident. And he's the one donating the instruments to Horace Mann to revamp the music program.
That's right. So last year, the quartet was also from some of my employees. And as you mentioned, we are going to be donating a whole lot of instruments to Horace Mann, Dr. Lita Thompson. It's going to be coming up sometime soon. The business is actually really cool because it's kind of like Ollivanders from Harry Potter. There are, wands there, but there's violins all over the ceiling. And so last night, Mayor came into our shop, and he walks in, and a violin just floats down into his hands, and he says, "No, I can't play this." It floats right back up. But we have actually been involved in the community for so long. We've been taking on apprentices from the high school system and college system to learn the old world style of building violins, which you cannot find anywhere in this country. That we actually do it for free. The kids come in and they learn over the whole year about repairing and building it. It's just such a cool thing. Anyways, I just want to let you guys know that I love the mayor, and he is a big supporter of our business, Miami String House. Thank you, Mayor.
And Miami String House is going to go up and up and up and up. Very quickly, Gigi, our realtor of El Portal,
Yes.
and Miami Shores, and Biscayne Park, and North Miami. Whatever you want. You want a house? Come to Gigi.
Thank you, Mayor Nickerson. I just wanted to say that 20 years ago, when I sold my first house in El Portal, it was like a hidden little secret. No one knew about it. The houses were $250,000. It was a little blue-collar enclave, and I've watched it grow to be the fabulous place that it is now, where our homes sell for over $1 million, and we are in the luxury market. So, and part of that is attributable to our wonderful mayor and to our beautiful location where we've seen Little Haiti evolve into New River. And it's just been a fabulous growth and a beautiful change in our neighborhood.
North Miami's own councilperson, Timothy. She's the council person of North Miami District 2. Why is that important that she's District 2? I told you I have more entertainment. See, didn't y'all see that? I have more entertainment. Y'all ain't think it was just that. This is just the beginning. We got more coming after that. All right, so District 2, you guys. Why is District 2 important? Because she's the council person over the district that has downtown North Miami. So all the businesses, as you drive through North Miami, the popular spot where all the businesses and restaurants are, that's her district. How you doing, man, council person? Sorry.
Let's give it a round of applause to our wonderful mayor. Congratulations on a job well done. Sorry I was late. I was actually coming from South Dade, but it is an honor to be here on behalf of the city of North Miami and all of our residents. I've met many of your residents at our library, at some of our events, at our Thanksgiving Day parade, which takes place at 10 a.m., the only parade on Thanksgiving Day. But we'd love to have you all there. But just wanted to congratulate you on a job well done. As you know, North Miami it's booming, economic development, we're building. So we welcome our doors to you. We welcome partnerships, and I look forward to partnering in the future to make both of our cities great. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilperson. I appreciate that. And hey, the business district, that's the money woman. Y'all better holler at her. That's the money woman right there. The fabulous mayor, Palmetto Bay. Beautiful down there. Have y'all been down there to Palmetto Bay? Aren't you all what do you guys call yourselves? Like the parks, right?
Village of Parks. That's Village of Parks.
All my environmental people. Village of Parks, Palmetto Bay. So this is the beginning of my environmental aspect right here. Here we go. Here we go, Madam Mayor.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mayor. Appreciate. I know that Popeye, you mentioned that it's a great day to be Indigenous, but I will say as well, in addition to that, it's a great day to be a resident of the village of El Portal. Yeah. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the theme was it's our village, right? It's your village. Okay. It is your village, but every municipality all across Miami-Dade County needs collaboration, and it needs great leaders. And what you're seeing up here, and I know you saw previously, are people that are leading the way for tomorrow. So I'm very, very honored to have the opportunity to serve with Omar on the executive board. Richard, thank you, for the Miami-Dade League of Cities. And El Portal is going places. And last thing I'm going to just say is, I know that Omar said, oh, I came from so far away. But for me, it was like coming home. I was born and grew up in Miami Shores. So El Portal is not unfamiliar to me. But the El Portal I'm seeing today looks a little bit better than the El Portal of 60 years ago. So big kudos to you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. I really appreciate it. President Cooper, I've noticed you before. Remember, I recognized you earlier. You're going to come up here before we're done, and you're going to be the last one. How you doing, Madam President? What's going on?
I'm good, Mayor Omar. It is an honor and a pleasure to continue to be the president of the El Portal Women's Club. We're the not-for-profit organization that's affiliated with the General Federation of Women's Clubs in the state of Florida, as well as nationally and internationally. What we do for the community, it's historically from 1946. It was reinstated with myself and a whole bunch of founding members that are still here. And we do all the community events. We support the Public Affairs Committee and create events for the village so that all of the neighbors can come out and meet each other. We support Arbor Day. Thank you. We support the Arbor Day initiative. We do movie nights. We do caroling through the village, and we do a parade so everybody comes out and hears that. There are many different things that we do. Always serving the community, and never, it's not for profit. So if there is a small charge, it might be for an administrative reason and not to do that. It's just to bring the community together. In the spring, we want to do another fundraiser to help with conservation. We've always participated in cleaning the Little River with the Little River Conservancy. And so we hope to do that again with a beer and barbecue. Yeah. Otherwise, just look out for our events. We really appreciate that people come out and support it. And it makes a good reason to live in El Portal, right?
Contact me, and I'm going to get their information. I have a flyer I'm going to be making about you guys also anyway, so don't worry about it. How are you doing, Madam Chair? How are you doing, Madam Executive Director? So this is our and continuous Citizen of the Year, like there's never any competition. Elizabeth Fata Carpenter. Not only is she the chairperson of our Sustainability and Resiliency Task Force, but she's also the executive director of the Everglades Law Center, and she is, yes, an environmental lawyer. Yeah, I said that part. Yes. And she's wonderful, Madam Executive Director, Madam Chairperson, continuous Citizen of the Year. How are you doing?
Wonderful. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much, Mayor. The Mayor always speaks far too kindly. So yeah, as the Mayor said, I'm Elizabeth Fatah Carpenter, Executive Director of the Everglades Law Center, and our mission is to advocate, negotiate, and when necessary, litigate and to protect and restore South Florida's ecosystems and communities. But more importantly, as the chair of El Portal's Sustainability and Resiliency Task Force, our goal is to make sure that this community, the village, and our environment can be sustainable and resilient into the future, and is not only an amazing place to live right now, but continues supporting us as an amazing place to live in the future. And none of the work that we do with the Sustainability and Resiliency Task Force or personally Everglades Law Center would be possible without the incredible support of the mayor, the manager, and the whole El Portal staff. Anytime we come up with crazy ideas or out-of-the-box thinking, the mayor and the manager and everyone involved goes to work, always gives us time, advocates for us, goes and finds fundings and does the best that they can to implement it. And we really could not achieve any of our goals as a task force without the incredible support of the village. So thank you so much, Mayor, Manager, and everyone in El Portal. Thank you. I also just wanted to talk about what some of the partnerships with the task force that have allowed us to be successful in our sustainability efforts. We've of course partnered with the county on the Adaptation Action Area Plan for Little River, and I wanted to just, can I quick introduce two partnerships here as well? We are thrilled to be partnering with Miami Waterkeeper on stormwater resiliency and water quality work here, and as well with FIU and Tiffany Troxler on some amazing community work here. So very excited to see these efforts continue into the future. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I really appreciate you. And she continuously brings things to us, to myself and the manager. I do want to shout out, look at the bows right there. If y'all look back, a lot of people left after they spoke. They stayed and remained. It shows dedication. We ain't gonna forget that, my brother. I got you. Don't worry about it. Appreciate that, Madam Chair. And I just want to say that she's the one that kind of keeps us on our toes, myself and the manager, and she brings us all the detailed information to make things run the right way. So thank you very much, Madam Chair. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Shout out to Mr. Carpenter back there. What's up, my brother?
Hey, I want to say thank you to Mayor Nickerson, who is, as many here have said, a great connector, but also an amazing spreader of joy. That smile is...
This is the Pelican Harbor Seabird Station.
Sorry, I had to give my compliments first. Chloe Chels from Pelican Harbor Seabird Station. I'm assistant director there. I know we've been here for a while, so I'll keep it brief. But we are on the 79th Street Causeway. Been there for over 40 years, treating our native wildlife, birds, mammals, and reptiles, and soon to be the neighbor of El Portal in the Oakland Grove neighborhood just across the river. As many of you know, we purchased a 2.6 acre property there, which I will say we're going to break ground soon. Soil remediation hopefully later this month, and hopefully starting in December and opening in early 2025. So we're very close, but it will allow us to treat many more animals and really see a lot more of children and adults there as a community center for the neighborhood. So we're super excited, and I won't take any more of your time. But I also did bring a hawk that just recovered. We've had in care for 2 weeks, and I have it ready for release when we go outside.
Stay for the hawk release. How are you doing? I'm great. So I reached out to Miami Waterkeeper, and they were like, first, Dr. Silverstein was like, I can't, man, I'm gonna be out of there. Then, I can't make it. And then we were blessed to have you. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Mayor. It's such an honor to be here with all of you. I'm Samantha Barking, the Chief of Staff at Miami Waterkeeper, where for over 15 years, our team has been dedicated to protecting South Florida's waterways. And we do this through a multi-pronged approach of research, advocacy, and community engagement. I know that we're a little bit short on time, but I do want to share one of our major key initiatives right now. We do have a project focused on integrating green infrastructure into the built and urban environment. So that means managing stormwater that comes up on our streets and to mitigate flooding, to improve our water quality, and to replenish our groundwater supplies. And so we would love to ask you, the community, to give us your input. There are two ways to give input of where you would like to see green infrastructure implemented in your community. And this can be through an online tool that we have on our website, or please visit our table right outside. We even have a foam board where you can pin different spots that you're interested in. And if you have any other questions, please just pass by. I'd be more than happy to speak with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And Miami Waterkeeper does wonderful things all the time, and we love them. Very quickly, how you doing, Hugh?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
So a resident, a legend in FIU also.
Can I just say something quickly?
You're going to say something? Hold on now, Hugh. Hold up now.
Like to say something
Hold up now.
You know me.
He was like a legend and always fighting for the environment. Hugh, the mic is yours.
Okay, I just wanted to say that this year marks 40 years that I've been living in a resident of El Portal, and 30 of those years I've been working for the Little River area, which has now become the Little River Conservancy, so I'm speaking for that. And also during that time, up until I retired, I was part of FIU, and I just want to say here's Tiffany Troxler from FIU, which, you know, even though I'm retired, FIU is here supporting us with us. So we turn this over to Tiffany.
Of course, but you come here because we got FIU's in the house. Come on, both of y'all together. Here we go. Here we go.
I didn't mean to hit you there.
Hey, Mayor Nickerson. Yeah, nice to see you. Thank you so much.
So Tiffany here, when I first sent it out, she was like, Mayor, I don't think I'm going to make it. Then she was like, Mayor, I think I can make it. I appreciate that you're here. Thank you very much.
We drove from Fort Myers to get here to be here. So thank you so much for the invitation. And you know, you guys know Hugh as being a champion for climate resilience in Miami-Dade County and Village of El Portal. So we'd like to build on that momentum and have some additional discussions around climate resilience and how we can help our county and our local jurisdictions and our community at large to build climate resilience that also improves our quality of life, that makes our living here in Miami better than it was before we started undertaking these challenges. So we really are excited about partnering with Mayor Nickerson and the village, and he's going to reveal the big reveal. When are we going to do this discussion? Yeah.
We have a discussion coming up. We have 2 dates, 2 Saturdays we're looking at. I'm almost there with this Saturday. I'm almost there. And so we're going to have a discussion for the residents, for the community, and they're going to come out FIU. It's going to be wonderful. I'm looking at the 2. I'm going through my calendar. I'm almost there. Ms. Trox. I'm almost there. So that's going to be coming up. And, of course, everybody in El Portal, you guys will all get flyers, and everybody else who I know, you guys will get an email from me or a text. So I really appreciate you all. Thank you very much, you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.